Guys, welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to cover the load board. I'm going to show you guys how to dispatch loads, dispatch your truck, dispatch freight, the tricks and tips and stuff I've learned along the years of running my own authority and being on the spot market. So if that's something that interests you, hang around. We're going to dive right on in. Over the years I've learned a lot of tips, and a lot of times in these videos I give you the tips and stuff, but a lot of it's all off the cusp, off the fly. You never know what's going to run across. But I will share this before we get into the video. If you like what I'm about to show you, there's a link in my description for all new customers. You get 10% off using my link and get access to what I'm about to do here, and you can do it as well. And it ain't no secret. I've been talking about it for years. Keep your truck in a hot market. And what I mean by that is, if you see a good load going to Denver, you already know Denver's not a hot market. So if you're going in for $3 a mile, understand you may only come out at $1 a mile, or even deadhead out. I mean, it's a 700 mile deadhead just to Kansas City. I've done it, trust me. So when you see those loads going out into bad markets, into dead markets in the middle of nowhere, just understand they pay good for a reason, because once you get there, there's nothing. There's nothing. To combat that, if you keep your truck in a hot market, whether you run Chicago down to Los Angeles or Northern California or Kansas City, Dallas market, Houston market, Atlanta, Allentown, PA, Detroit, Chicago, down to Atlanta. These are all markets that usually stay busy and keep the freight. But the only way to know that is this little trick right here I learned years ago. Before I leave the house, I get on the load board here and I see where the market's at, and national load counts right here is pretty good. It's just refreshed at 225. It's currently 229. So like right now, like Alabama's showing 940 trucks heading in and only 703 needed to come out. So it tells you there's more trucks going in. Arkansas, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for loads in versus loads out. So that tells me that I always flip this around and say, instead of loads, I say there's trucks. 487 trucks going in, where 852 is needed to come out. Arizona's about, right there neck and neck. California. This is also where it's a little flawed. A lot of times, this right here, we look for the offset. Less trucks going in versus loads coming out. But when you see California, that can be... we'll get to California here in a minute, and I'm going to show you what I talk about. Florida is a good example. They always pay good going to Florida, but you see there's not a lot coming out. Georgia, a lot's going to Georgia, but as you see, not a lot's coming out. Illinois, 1688 going in, 2800 needed to come out. Good market. So I always start with that, but to get the real nuts and bolts of freight volumes across the nation, this is what I've done for years and helped me stay profitable. I go in here and search loads, and I go around the different freight hubs around the country and see what the freight volumes are. And that right there tells me where I want to point my truck. If I want to go, let's see, I'm going to do reefer and van, keep it at 120 mile deadhead. Right now, 619 loads. And for the sake of this video, we're going to do today and tomorrow. So December 4th and 5th. December 4th and 5th. And see if that changes that results from 618, bumps up to 6,700. That's what I was talking about a minute ago, guys. There's a lot of trucks going into California, but there's always seems to be a lot of trucks needed to come out. And right there, you see, you can hit this rate right here. If you want $47 a mile, put it on the, you can go in here and click it, rate per mile. There's your load. It's paying $675 a mile or $676 going to Utah. Global Trans has got it $7,000 to Aurora, Colorado. Nice. Good stuff right there. I don't really care about the rate per mile. I'm looking for the highest rates. Especially if I'm going cross country, I want to see the high rates. If I come out of Georgia, I already know if I can get 4,000 going out, and I can get, let's see, find a van. I don't know what the VEM means. I know it's van with a team. Yeah, I'm not a van with a team. Let's see. If I can get 4,000 going out and get 8,000 coming back, I ain't going to Brooklyn, so scratch that load right there. I would go to Jersey though, or just say Florida. 4,000 going out and 8,000 coming back. This in eight days, I'm gonna throw down $12,000 in revenue. So that's really good. So the loads is what I'm looking for. Let me get back on track here. The loads I'm looking for is high freight volumes. When you find the high freight volumes, you're going to have high freight rates. As you see, $3 a mile coming across country and stuff. So, I mean, that's good stuff. Let's shoot up to the NorCal area. And I go to Tracy because it's right there. I'm going to bump this up just to be sure. I need to do a mileage check. Do 190 just to get Sacramento and the Bay Area and all the stuff in between. They're coming in with 1,800 results. Still, you're still looking at next to $3 a mile cross country, and that's even in van. 267. So right now the freight volume's looking good, especially in California. Let me bump this back down. Let's go to the Seattle market. Seattle, Washington. See what they got. Seattle's coming in with $9,000 load. 272 cross country with that reefer, West Palm Beach, Florida. You can find better than that. There's got to be better than that. Like here's in New Hampshire, for example. It goes up northeast. You don't do good coming out. But matter of fact, you might even have to deadhead out. 278. Let's go on down here with the van with the team. 320, 330 a mile with these team loads. 336 for that one, 291 for that team load. Here's a regular van load. You still getting going for $3 a mile, guys. So it's still impressive. There's 213. TQL's got that. Of course they got it for $2 a mile. They want to move it for cheap. All right, Seattle's coming in with 1,000 results. So if you got a load going up there, there's loads coming out. So just get a good rate going in. Let's shoot down to Kansas. No, let's shoot down to Phoenix. Let's look at the Phoenix market, and I'm gonna bump this up. And this is mainly for you reefer boys, and see what they got. $8,000 load going up to Boston, the Bronx, Newark. Reefer team? I bet that's reefer with a team. Yep. RM. Reefer with a team. Let's shoot down here to reefers. I mean, got a buddy that just got a load going to Phoenix, and I'm like, man, why are you going to Phoenix for? Which he's a reefer guy. He's like, dude, there's big money in Phoenix, outskirts of Phoenix right now. I was like, okay. He said, just do a search on it. I did, and I was like, holy balls. That's when I started thinking, I think I'm going to get me a reefer trailer to go along with my van. Let's shoot over to Kansas City. Let's see what they got in the Kansas City, Missouri market. Bump this back down to 120. And 1,331 results. 1,331. $3.80 a mile going down to Miami. That's pretty good. $4.21 a mile going down to Arcadia. Pretty sure Arcadia is on the Tampa side, just south of, I think. Get lost on all my Florida cities down there. 5,000 up to Kent. So here's one, Lee Summit up to Missouri. 5,500 up, and you already know if you're a reefer guy, you're going to get 8, 9, 10 coming out. So just in a week and a half time, throw down $13,000, $14,000, $15,000. Let's shoot down here to the van guys. Still 233 for the van, 233. There's another one for 203 going up to Washington. Still $2 a mile. 250 a mile going to Washington. Landstar's got that one. All right, good numbers. I like it so far. Let's go over to St. Louis, Missouri. Then we try to speed this up. Get this video over with to show you these volumes, man. 1,550 loads, or hey, close. I don't need you. 1,500 loads. Pardon me. Still a lot of $3 and $4 a mile loads. There, look at this one. It's almost $4 a mile just for a van load. I'm not set up with Magellan, but I need to get set up. I see them a lot. Peter, it's good stuff. Shoot on down to the Dallas market. Dallas Tejas. Somebody's dog's going crazy outside. All right, 2,800 loads in the Texas market. Hey, there's a load going back up to the northwest. Big money, big money. I like it. Let's shoot on down to Houston. Houston coming in. 1,800 loads. Nice. 270 up to Oregon. Reefer team. A lot of van stuff. Even the van stuff, $3 a mile going up to Fall River, Mass. I'd run that. I like those loads at $3 and up. I don't know where Hempstead is. I'm sure a lot of you guys do, but if it's not on the island, I'd run that all day long. Like, give it to me. Portland, Virginia, so 1,800 loads. I like it. Let's shoot up to the Memphis market. Memphis coming in with 1,400 loads. Still some good freight there. 480. Man, 480 up to Pennsylvania. $5 a mile loads right there. OTR Transport's got it. 270 a mile. Looking strong. Let's go down to Atlanta. Atlanta's going to be weak. I don't think they're going to have... They might have volumes, but they ain't going to have rates. And American Transport, I don't know what that load is. It's $13 a mile, $9,000. A lot of times it happens right there. They put an extra zero on it to get to the top of the board. Or that might be a dedicated. I ain't going to click on it and check it out. Usually you can just click on it and look in the credentials or the comments and it'll tell you what they're looking for. So you're basically getting $2 a mile coming out. A lot of van stuff. $1.50, $1.50, $1.80. Yeah, I've been taking a hit coming out of Georgia, guys. I'm in the Chattanooga market, and it's been rough. Let's see, Charlotte, North Carolina. 2,500 results. It's a lot of freight up down there. $2.40 a mile. Charlotte. All right, let's shoot on up to. No, I don't get that. Go up to Columbia. South Carolina. What you got? Can you beat 25? Nope, 21, but still a lot of freight. 240 something a mile. Enough to keep you rolling. Let's shoot up to the Allentown market. Then we'll come across to cover the Midwest, which is usually my bread and butter. But I think I'm about to get me a load and go cross country. I ain't made up my mind yet. Guys, I just got home. I've been out on the road for over a month. I left right before Halloween and got home the day before Thanksgiving. And now I'm finding it hard to want to leave the house. I know I got to. Still got bills coming due. So look at here. Allentown's got something going to Washington for $8,800. $3.17 a mile. That's about the best load they got. About the best load. But 10,000 loads. Allentown's usually got a lot of freight up there. Let's shoot over to, let's go check out. I should have just typed in Cleveland, but Youngstown to do. Somebody needs to shut their dog up. Trying to make videos in here. 2,700 loads. Nice. So the Midwest is starting to look pretty solid. Check out the Columbus market. 3,900 loads. Business. It's a lot of freight up there, guys. Maybe because of snow front. Snow's got it messed up. I don't know. I know Janesville, Wisconsin, Stoney was telling me the other day, man, they was hammered. They had another storm coming in. They done had 10 inches on the ground. I was like, well, I'm not coming to Wisconsin. That's for damn sure. I'm gonna keep my butt down south. I don't know. I might go up there. I kind of like driving in the snow sometimes. As long as I got good tires and a decent weight on the trailer. Last year I got caught up there on the mountaintop, PA, right before Wilkes Barre, and we got shut down. And I had a can load on. I had 5,000 pounds in the box. Yeah, I was scared. Made it down the mountain though. Right behind the salt truck. I was number one truck, the first truck behind the salt truck. And I'm sitting there thinking, that's a long way down, and I ain't got no weight, so I hope that salt works fast. 3,900 loads. All right, let's come over and check out the Indianapolis market. No autofill? That's right. Indianapolis. Coming in 4,400 loads. Lots of freight, guys. And while the gettingable, you better get out there and get it, because as soon as after Christmas happens, it's usually going to slow down. So that's why I keep telling myself, Sammy, get to work. You need to go out there and bust it before Christmas, because you might not do much for January and February. So I just keep on telling myself, get it while the getting is good. A lot of 3+ mile loads. I like it. Let's shoot up to Detroit, Michigan. That's just up there twice in the last month. 2,100 loads. Nice. All right, let's check out Minneapolis. Oh. Minneapolis coming in with 1,400 loads. 238, or no, 338. Down to Commerce. It's not a bad rate to go back down in the hot market. And this is what I'm talking about. You going back down in the Commerce, you're going from this market, it's usually hit and miss, usually a little dry up in St. Paul, Minneapolis, but you can get freight out there. But if you can go cross country for $3.38 a mile, you're going right back into a hot market. So it ain't like you're getting $3.38 a mile to go into the middle of nowhere where you ain't gonna do well coming out. Now that right there is all reefer stuff. Let's get down here to the van. I would guarantee the van ain't that good. All right, there's $3 down to Cordell. TKL's got that. I wonder what's up with that. You ain't got no trucks up there? $2 a mile go into California. And reefer, Connecticut, 4,000. Still $3 a mile. Van, ain't it bad? Oregon, stay up top. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and close this out and get down to Chicago, Illinois. Can they beat Ohio? Or no, Cincy? No, not Cincy. Good God, yeah, they can beat them. 76-12. Jesus. It's a lot of freight. But if there's a lot of snow up there, a lot of trucks ain't up there, here's what you get. So another thing, if you're afraid of the snow, like most of us are, I mean, I go in the snow. As long as it's the worst thing about snow is if you come into the storm while it's coming in, and you're out there when the roads are getting ready to freeze up, ice over. That's the worst part of driving in the snow. If you can drive in the snow after it's been treated, after it's been plowed, and you know what I'm saying, it ain't that bad. But when you're first into the storm, and you're sitting there looking at the temperature gauge, and you're like, all right, it's 28 degrees. Any minute now, it's going to start freezing and icing up. I've noticed, it takes a while for it to start freezing and icing up and getting like that fresh with a fresh storm. But usually if it gets 28, 29 degrees, I'm parking. I'm like, I'm out, done. But whenever you're willing to go where nobody else wants to go, you're going to get these $4 or $5 a mile, $6 a mile loads. Nolan's got it. 4. I bet there's not a lot of trucks. All right, guys, there you have it. There's the volumes. That's what I do. That's the secret sauce right there. You look at the different freight markets and hubs around the nation, and you find who's got the volumes, who's got the most freight. And that's where you need to stick your truck. That's where you need to stick running, find you a lane, and just stay in that lane and stay where the freight's at. That way, once you get offloaded, you ain't got to It ain't hard to get another load on your back, and just rinse and repeat over and over and over. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, as I put videos out on the regular All Things Trucking. And until that next video, guys, if it don't make sense, don't make dollars. See ya, bye.